Hello, and welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Last time we got past 2 endings without getting them. Woo! No, not really. But, let's segue a little bit into the other thing I was asked to talk about. Basically, the question was, what do you think of the characters at the moment? Obviously, the girls. First of all, best girl is obviously Principal. No. God, no. But in all seriousness, I'm not really the type to do that in the first place, and I'm going to stand by the fact that I still am not really the type to do that, like I said previously in this playthrough. Obviously, there's some romantic aspects of the story going on here that will affect what you think of them and which routes you'd want to get or whatever. And honestly, I can't honestly say I think of any of them in that way. Even from like a role-playing perspective or Yuuji's perspective, I wouldn't really say any of them have rubbed off in me that way. I definitely don't hate any of them. In fact, I'd say I'm pretty sure I like all the characters in the way that a person would typically like characters, at the very least. Even their negative traits usually come off as endearing rather than annoying at most of the times, mainly because character interactions are written pretty darn well in this. I think I did something like this earlier, where I ranked the characters sort of, kind of, where I said Amane, Michiru were the ones I enjoyed the most because I mainly base how much I like a character based on the interactions that they have, including with Yuuji in particular. And I think after that was Makina. So the top tier would have been those two, then Makina in the middle, and then Sachi and Sakaki at the bottom. Not for like bad or anything, but it just isn't as much to them in terms of what I enjoy in just like the scene-to-scene, slice of life sort of elements that this has had. I can't honestly say that's changed much for me in terms of what I think of them, in terms of how I would rank them. I still would go for a more tiering thing, because I don't really play favorites that strongly that I'd pick between them. Especially not at this point. I would say Makina might be closer to my opinion of Amane and Michiru just because of her, actually she probably has gone back and forth between being someone who I would legitimately put near them or near in that tier to someone closer to Sakaki and Sachi just because of the difference she tends to have between being a complete asshole and being generally funny with her bluntness. It can vary, and it depends on the situation, and it depends on exactly what the context is, but it varies, and I guess it depends on the situation for Makina, definitely. I wouldn't say my opinion of Mane has changed very much either. Well, her and Michiru are probably basically what I thought they were, well, in terms of their so far. My speculation on them hasn't really changed, or changed my impressions of them. Sakaki, yeah, both Sakaki and Sachi probably went up in my opinion since then as well, but not like hugely or immensely or anything like that. They're still good, but I guess they need more fleshing out before they go from just enjoyable characters to something more, I guess. I guess maybe that's what, maybe the endings will change. Okay, I leave our school and head to the location in question. Michiru probably headed for the high ridge overlooking the sea. It's a quiet space where she won't be disturbed. And she seems to find it pleasant. I doubt there are many other places to meet these criteria for her. And yet, Michiru is not here. Interesting. No matter how much I look, I don't see our familiar bottle blonde dimwit. As unexpected. Damn, have my instincts grown dull? Ah, the cat. That cry. I turned in the direction of the sound, towards the very first area I checked. At the time, I quickly determined Michiru was not there. Now, I notice a blonde girl seated on the grass. Does she have stealth powers or something? But despite the distinctive golden hair and the Mihama Academy uniform she's wearing, I can't convince myself that that girl is Michiru. Very strange. Are these errors of judgment on my part? Wait, what? Perhaps my perception of reality has been warped by spending so long inside of my hermetically sealed pocket of eccentricity that they call a school? Michiru, answer me. Okay. So she wasn't there before. Or was I just playing stupid in my head? No, I've got the wrong person after all. Oh, because she's not acting like she normally does. At least that's what it feels like. But the number of people who wear this uniform is very small. Logically speaking, there can't be any mistake. The girl in front of me, has the exact same face as Matsushima Michiru in every perceivable way. But the closer I look, the more she seems like someone else entirely. What is going on here? A very subtle change in some visual detail can dramatically change a person's impression. But this isn't that sort of spot the differences puzzle. To put the matter plainly, this Michiru simply is not Michiru. I can understand now why my eyes slid right over her at first. Of course, I now left with a far greater mystery. Who is this Michiru I see before me? Who are you? Okay. And so I ask her point blank. I'm well aware that it's a strange question, but there just doesn't seem to be any other way to phrase it. The impasta Michiru is staring out at the ocean, a small black cat curled up in her lap. She looks perfectly healthy. There's no indication of distress on her face. If anything, you think she'd rolled out of bed at noon and took a little stroll to enjoy the fine weather. She appears utterly relaxed. Is Rommel doing well? I emphasize the name as if to definitively slap a label on the cat. Michiru turns towards me, a quizzical expression on her face. I don't know which Rommel you're referring to. There's no way I can answer that question. More importantly, which Michiru are you? You're not that Michiru, I'm pretty sure. Well, that's a weird thing to say. The girl doesn't stumble into conversing with me. She banters back with perfect composure. That is not really... It's not really like her, is it? At the very least, I don't think you're the Michiru I know. Okay, that was quick. Is there really a... Is there really... You're not really saying that there's two people playing the same person, are you? Mind explaining in more detail? I don't understand what's going on here. Why are you saying smart things, Michiru? I don't think this girl's deliberately trying to confuse me, but this attitude is somewhat irritating. I mean, when I say smart, I more mean thoughtful. It's probably one of the more thoughtful things she's ever said. Reminds me of a mean-spirited adult teasing a child while holding an empty cookie jar behind their back. Now that you mention it, I think I may have slept with my books more often than woman. So do I, honestly. But is that important? I'd probably just say, come with me. Of course, I'm fully capable of utilizing honey words instead, if the situation necessitates them. Facts. I can't say I remember running across anyone like you either. Have we been introduced yet? Michiru lets out a brief, amused chuckle. Not really. It seems like a very bland topic. I have met you here before. Wasn't exactly a difficult guess. You like this place well enough to designate it as your final resting place after all.
あ、そっかそっか。でもここは風も強いし、少し肌寒いし。私はそれほど好きじゃないな。あの子は気に入ってるみたいだけど。
Now, I think it's not like a completely separate person or anything like that. I don't. I think she's just dropping the facade entirely. Hmm.
でも少し退屈じゃない？
Oh, she's not gonna have... This isn't gonna be like split personality, is it? Sorry, you're losing me again. Who's that girl supposed to be?
では理解しやすい会話をしよう。私を探しに来てくれて感謝している。だが心配は無用だ。健康状態は回復し良好。しばしの休息を猫と共にとっているだけだ。
Precise, clear phrasing. Must say, though, you're now on the insipid side of things.
これ、君の真似なんだけど。
Thank you. Say what? Oh, I see. No. Surely I don't talk like that.
面白い人だね。
Miju clears her throat with an affected...
なるほど。では本当にちゃんと話をしてあげよう。君さ、前に死んだら何もないって言ってたでしょ？天国も地獄もないんだって。
Yeah, that's right. Those stories are complete nonsense, invented to control people through superstitious terror and fraudulent promises of salvation. Of course, once you die, your brain becomes nothing more than a rotting piece of meat, so it can't exactly hurt to think what you want while you're alive. It's not like you're going to realize you were wrong, or the idea of heaven waiting for you makes life more bearable. You may as well believe in it.
でも君は、そうは思ってない。
I can basically agree with Yuuji 100% on his statements about that there. I'm not prone to that particular delusion, no. I understand that death is something like an endless sleeping dream.
夜に眠って朝に目が覚めないのに死ぬっていうことよね。
Dreamless sleep. Correct myself. Yeah, more or less.
では、もし目が覚めないと思っていたのに、目が覚めたらどうする？
Are you saying you had a terminal disease, but then you got through it, even though you were prepared to die, and then you had nothing else left in for a purpose in life? I mean, it's not too out of the realm of possibility to imagine someone who just accepts it and is ready to go, feels just satisfied with how they're going out in life, and then suddenly they have another chance. If you really were accepting death, and you were ready to go without regrets, or at least as little regrets as you could, then what would there be left? If you're going without, or as little regrets as you can, then that means, at least in terms of purpose, you found something that satisfied you in terms of your life. So, in terms of what you'd actually do then, I could very easily imagine someone having, well, a pointlessness about them. What are you talking about? A corpse rising from the grave?
ちゃんと考えてみて。一度死んで眠りについて、それから目が覚める。君はどう思う？
Well, I have heard stories about people who went into a comatose state and were mistakenly identified as dead. Every once in a while, a corpse pops up off the bed and scares the hell out of everyone in the room.
ねえ君、私はそんな話はしてない。死んで目が覚めたらどうするってこと。
Dead for how long? Like a few minutes and they resuscitate you? Or... Because I know that's possible.
夜で終わりだと思ってたのに、次の朝が来ちゃったらどうするってこと。
Yeah, I think Yuuji and a little bit me is taking this a bit too literally. Sorry. What?
わからないでしょ。 わかんないのよ。つまり君にもわかんないことがあるってこと。
Am I supposed to be all-knowing? I wasn't planning to be.
死んだら何もなくなるなんて想像でしかないじゃない。
Yeah, you wouldn't. No one knows that for sure, but there's no real reason to believe it.
それを知った風に言うことで偉くなったつもり？
Personally, I'm well aware of it's a percentage. It's more of a betting on the odds thing than anything. Not particularly.
では質問を変えます。もし死んでそれで終わりだったら、なんで人間は生きてるの？どうせ死んじゃうのに、なんで必死に生きてるの？
Because we have the chance to enjoy ourselves, experience the biological phenomenon of life, the experience, the chemicals that make you feel happy and stuff like that. Why not? To me, personally, life, the point to life is what you make of it. Of course, if you make a point to life that involves harming others, then it's not good. But typically, whatever life is to you is what it is to you and no one else. You make your life what it is. Simple as that. When we could just die early and skip the pain. Is that where you're going with this?
質問に質問で答えない。自分なりに判断して返答せよ。
Okay. If you think your life is to be yours alone, I suppose you're free to die whenever you want. But in the vast majority of cases, people can't live alone. Your existence incurs a cost on others. Specifically, you're alive because someone else spent money to keep you that way. Until those debts are paid, letting yourself die would be pretty damn selfish, don't you think?
つまり、人が生きてなくてはいけない理由は、返済期間が終わるまでは、自分の命は借り物だからってこと？
An interesting perspective. Not one I'd agree with, but I can certainly see how it may apply to Yuuji. Somehow this Michiru has managed to drag me into a truly cryptic conversation. It feels like I'm struggling to complete a puzzle with no possible solution. If there's some point to her questions, it completely eludes me. Human beings are often too full of themselves. That's the only reason they worry about questions with no answer, like the meaning of life. Every other animal is concerned with the struggle of their daily existence, and very little else. We really shouldn't be any different. Where did this ridiculous ego come from anyways? Things probably went off track back when we first started picking up rocks and hitting each other with them.
なんだかよくわかんないな。あんまり面白い話でもないし。
Then why ask it? Good for you. I quit. This pointless conversation is officially over. I'm going back to the dorm.
わかった。私はここにもう少しいる。またね、ユージ君。
And I don't get my answer for why she's acting so weird. She really did avoid the subject entirely. Well, maybe she didn't. Maybe she was trying to hint at something. Or not, I don't know. I turned my back on Michiru, resolved to cut off this unproductive debate. But after a few more steps, I come to my senses. This isn't exactly a satisfying conclusion. I was just teased into ignominious retreat by a cheeky little girl. I turned back and faced Michiru once more. The black cat, apparently startled by my motion, leaps off Michiru's lap and bolts away towards the tall grass. Michiru looks perfectly fine now, but at school she was pressing her hand into her chest and grimacing in pain. That wasn't the first time I've seen it happen, and by some strange coincidence, the previous case also occurred after someone brought up the topic of best friends. I didn't notice that. The instant Michiru heard those words, her health deteriorated dramatically. It was the same today. It seems to be implying a split personality here. Best friends. We're not gonna go something like her best friend died and the consciousness woke up in her body and she has split personality or something like that. I don't know, that would be pushing it a bit much. At least that's what's coming to mind as a possibility of what they're moving towards. That may not be all there is to this, but at the very least, it should be the key that leads me to an answer.
Yuuji-kun,
The
どうかした
tone
の?
of voice just so changed. Okay. Okay, I will give this one the proper chance, though. Let me think about this. Okay, so my opinion on this is that the logical follow-through, I'm going to do this in the same way I tried to do the other ones, where the one that seemed most likely, I give more chances, obviously, and in contrast to Sachi's, where both of them seem possible, but one of them seemed more likely, and neither of them were like a stretch, at least in the logical follow-through I was having for Yuuji in my head. I did that 2-to-1 odds, basically. And for Amane, because one of them seemed like a bit of a stretch, especially in the logical follow-through that Yuji's been having, the no it's nothing response seems like a stretch. So I'm going to give it that 3-to-1 odds this time. So it's going to be out of 4. And, I mean, he's just sort of like leading up to asking something, and just backing off now seems... It doesn't seem like what he'd do, especially since he seems legitimately curious. And it's not like it would be out of character for him, at least in my opinion. So, 4. Okay. See, the thing that confuses me about this is that all the other ones, at least the ones that seem to indicate they are going to the route, were on the top. Yet this one, the one I would guess would go into the route, would be this one. So... who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'm not gonna get the route then. Michiru, I want to ask you something.
何? 英方向の求め方? それとも国語辞典の426ページに何が書いてあるか?
This is weird. Okay. None of the above. You know, I was thinking about the possibility that she was acting like a tsundere because she wanted to be this this person that she admired or something like that, in terms of just personality and whatnot. I wonder if, like, her real personality, like, before, whenever this, at least the news of potentially dying, Maeve came. Obviously her past involves death in some way or form, whether it's her or someone else. She keeps giving these very studious stuff, so I could very easily imagine if her normal personality is something more along the lines of, like that person, like the very Japanese style mentality of study, like, just like put on the glasses. I know her natural hair color is black, so that would match the stereotype too. The very plain black hair, and all they do is they're just like the really nerdy girl that studies all the time. And I know, like, getting good grades doesn't have as much of a stigma in Japan, simply because there's a lot of social pressures to do it in the first place. But it's like just one of those cliches, almost. Well, I'm not saying she's gonna be a cliche, but sort of like in that direction. None of the above. I just want to know if you have a best friends. I carefully state my inquiry, watching Michiru's face intently. I expected some sort of telling reaction, but there doesn't seem to be any result worth mentioning. Michiru thinks the matter over for a moment. The casual expression on her face suggests a woman pondering her dinner menu.
ねえ君、なんでそんなこと聞くの?
Don't answer a question with a question, because you're avoiding the topic. Whenever the conversation shifts to friendship, best friends in particular, you immediately begin to act strangely. Though it might have some connection to your sudden illness.
なるほどね。確かに避けてもおかしくはないと思う。
Okay.
避けてるのは私じゃない。
At the very least, it seems to be heavily implying his split personality.
私の考えを言わせてもらえば、親友なんて必要ない。だって、お友達はみんなお友達でしょ? その中で誰が一番かなんて順位付けをするのが正しいことだとは到底思えないもの。
In my opinion, a best friend is really not something that is needed to have. You don't need to have a best friend. But if someone gets close enough to you that you, in comparison to all your other friends that are definitely, like, above and beyond just how close you are, then sure, that's perfectly fine. But yeah, it's not really something you need. You don't need to rank your friends. It's just, if it's really evident without really any need to even think about the ranking part of it, then it's fair enough at that point.
それに君の考えに従えば、どうせ死んだら最後は一人になってしまう。それなら特別仲のいい人なんて作りたくない。
Okay.
悲しいだけじゃない。
Morbid. And that is a pretty pessimistic way of looking at it.
そうじゃない。現実的なんじゃないかな。
That's what most pessimists say. Alright. I understand your thinking on the matter. I'll be heading home back now. I will note, I'm more of a realist and whatnot and whatever. I tend to be more pessimistic in how I think, but at the same time, it doesn't mean these things aren't worth doing. And realistically, people don't think of themselves as pessimistic, because that's not typically how logically you think, oh, I want to think of something in the negative fashion. I want to think of how bad things could be. No, it's usually something else that spawns the pessimism, as in this case, the pragmaticism. This time I'm fully ready to take my leave, but apparently Michiru is unsatisfied with this conclusion, as she immediately calls out to stop me.
待ってよ。君の話も聞かせてくれる？
Best friends? Sorry, what about me?
だから、私に聞いたことと同じこと。君には親友はいるの？
Can't say I have anyone I could confidently describe that way.
じゃあ、恋人は？
Don't have one of those either. Why are you asking?
いないんだ。君ってモテそうだけど、なんでいないんだろうね。ずっといないの？
Why do you?
どんな理由でそんな質問をするんだ？それは、私は恋人を作ったことがないから。
Are you now?
恋人という存在がどんなものか興味があるのよ。
Are you suggesting something? I see. So this is what they call idle curiosity.
キスはしたことある？
Would have he? He seems like he might have. Yeah?
ねえねえ。キスってどんなの？やっぱり気持ちいいの？簡単に言うと、どう？
Interesting. Out of respect for your admirable attempt at brevity, I'll keep my answer simple as well. A kiss is a moment of contact between two sets of mucous membranes.
それは簡単すぎる気がする。
True.
わかんないからしてみてもいい？
Not particularly, I suppose.
ありがとう。では。
Okay. Michiru rises up on tiptoes and draws her face close. Without a moment's hesitation, she presses her mouth to mine. Our moist mucous membranes softly adhere to each other. Apparently concerned about knocking her nose against mine, Michiru tilts her face slightly to one side. A tuft of blonde hair brushes against my cheek, tickling my nose with the citrusy scent of her shampoo. You sound exhausted and you look disappointed. Michiru runs her tongue over her lips and creases her brow thoughtfully.
やってみてもわかんないな。
That's a shame, but would you mind telling me why you suddenly?
ちょっと待って。ごめんね。またね、ユージ君。
Okay. Say what? Wait, are you going somewhere? Explain yourself. Michiru? That you? And does she remember what happened?
おー！近い！何？近い！何よあんた！急に目の前に現れて近すぎるのよ！
No.
危うくキスするとこだったじゃない！危ないわね！
Oh, should I tell you? Oh, I think I should tell you. How exactly should I interpret this? Seems we're back to the old Michiru. Yo, a long time no see. Glad to see you're doing well. I was somewhat concerned.
別にあんたに心配してもらわなくてもいいわよ。 その私変なこと言ってなかった。
So you don't remember. Yet the other one was completely aware of Yuji's existence, and even seemed to have a considerable impression of him from his behavior and whatnot, even to the point of saying that she'd imagine he'd be quite popular. Has there been times where maybe that person has been pretending to be this one? I wonder. Anything strange? Have you ever said anything that wasn't?
あんたね、失礼にも程があるのですけど。
Kibumo? What is that? Oh, settle down. I do want an explanation of all this, but I suppose it can wait. You're tired, aren't you? Let's head back to the school.
話ってどういうことよ。あんたになんて何も話してあげないんですからね。
Shall I just mention best friends again and get the other one back? It seems to be a trigger. Yes, fine. I'm going to leave you behind now.
待ちなさいよ、ユージ。
Interesting.
おかえり。大丈夫だった？
I don't know. I'm really not sure.
私は全然大丈夫よ。むしろユージが大丈夫じゃないぐらいだわ。
You know, at this point, I'd actually guess that I went onto her route, but at the same time as the bottom one, and I don't know for sure, and all the other ones seem to be on the top, so... I mean, it sort of went pretty far if it wasn't. Oh, okay, so why should I be the one that they're worried about? The girl speaks truth. I'm somewhat exhausted at present.
それは珍しいわね。でもちゃんと連れて帰ってくるなんてやっぱりユージはしっかりしてるわね。
Oh, was that what you were concerned about? It wasn't exactly easy. I hope this is sufficient to satisfy you, Amane.
もちろんよ。
オギーなのよ。お兄ちゃんならやってくれると信じていたのよさ。
心配かけて悪かったわね。でも悪いなんて思ってないんだからね。
みちる様は何も思わなくていいですよ。何も考えず何も感じず、ただただ呼吸を繰り返してくださいね。
I mean, she might forget.
そうね、自由に生きる、それが松島みちるスタイル。サチも私のことを分かってきたよね。
それがスタイルですね。はいはい、スタイル。
How condescending.
ものすごくあしらわれてる気がするんだけど。
そうでしょうか。みちる様を肯定させていただいたのですが。
Oh yeah, that's definitely what it was. She might have just been brushing you off, but you can't deny she did it with an admirably light touch.
ならいいわ。軽くなら問題なし。これが重くだったら絶対に許してなかったけどね。はい、許した。
許されました。ありがとうございます。
Oh boy.
それじゃあ私は部屋に戻るわよ。
あまねー、私も行くから待ってー。それでは私も失礼させていただきます。
私も部屋で一休みとしゃれ込もうかしらね。
Siesta? Michu, are you really alright?
大丈夫よ。私の心は広いのよ。サチに何か言われたぐらいで落ち込んだりしないわ。
That's not what I'm referring to. I'm talking about your physical health.
それはまあもう大丈夫よ。慣れてるから。
I see.
何よ。あんたね、もうあんなに近くに来たらダメだからね。
Actually, did the other one remember the whole conversation that I had with her out at that place? She did seem to remember that conversation. Was that her at the time? Then again, that was a pretty short conversation if that's the only time I got to interact with that other personality. Oh, you're the one who approached me?
そんなわけないでしょ。クソハキは泥棒の始まりなんだからね。
Michiru, my friend, I think you might have meant deceit.
うるさいわね。嘘つきは泥棒の始まり。クソハキは泥棒のさらなる始まりなのよ、この泥棒。
Are you saying you're going to put me into a web of debt, or I'm going to bring you into a web of debt and loans and whatnot? Her incoherent babbling apparently concluded for the moment. Michiru stalks off. There have always been things about that girl I found hard to understand, but today her incomprehensibility reached new heights. I think I'm going to have to keep an eye on her from now on. Okay. The girl told me our world is a box. A box. Who? In childhood, everyone's convinced that snow white wings are budding on their back. We tell ourselves someday I'll fly away from here to some strange and wonderful place. We think that we, by going where we want to go, will magically become the person we want to be. But in reality, there's nowhere else to go, and no feathers to lift us out of the dust. When we finally realize this, it's hard to understate how bitter a disappointment it is. Maybe you yourself remember what that adolescent feeling of powerlessness and futility is. Why was I born in the first place? Why do I have to die? Yeah, it's a bit of a circular cycle when you're trying to just have a point, a reason. I think everyone goes through that to some extent, and I already sort of elaborated on what my personal conclusion to that question ended up being when I came out of adolescence. That's just how the world works, of course, but we're too fragile and self-centered to accept that. We spend years muttering to ourselves, I'm different from the rest, I have to be. Yeah. When the delusion gives way under the weight of our own mediocrity, we cling next to the thought of, somebody will take me away from here. Some special existence will swoop down and pluck me out of this ugly, petty, tedious world. Maybe I can't fly, but someone who can will come and carry me off to the promised land. And when that too is revealed to be nothing but an empty fantasy, the box slowly, solemnly, slides shut above us. We have our air holes, barely sufficient to keep us breathing, but our illusionary freedom shrivels and dies. The sky's an impenetrable lid above us, an impassive ruler that claims our feathers as tribute. That's the world we live in. Class is over and done with for the day, but some of us are still hanging around the classroom. I could have just returned to the dorm myself, but I was a few pages away from finishing a book, so I decided to stay at my desk and indulge. Not a bad story. The book was Chasing the Dragonfly, Volume 3, by Senju Akira. Having found the Lesser Emperor tucked away in the corner of the city at the end of Volume 2, I never would have expected Wataru to end up like this. I'm actually interested in reading some other stuff by this author now, but this book is badly banged up, a badly banged up antique that seems to have passed through half a dozen used bookstores by now. On top of which, the publisher is some company called Chikagindo Books that I've never heard of before. Probably went out of business decades ago. Guess there's no point in wasting my time looking. Oh, okay. Yeah, pretty decent stuff. Thanks as always. Okay. Did I? I didn't know about that. You approached me? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, did I not get the Michiru route? Okay. That's a bit of a weird way for that one to end if it's really going to not go that direction. Okay. I see. I guess I got all those who caught up in the book's world. Concentration and imagination are closely linked. As an experiment, you can try to memorize the scene before your eyes, then recreating it down to the finest detail in your mind. Repeat this, and your ability to focus will gradually improve. There are apparently some people who remember the books they've read as lines of printed type, but that's the exception to the rule. Generally speaking, the scenes you imagine while reading are what stay with you. Very visual memory is what you're saying? Yeah. Personally, I find remembering things I've never actually seen kind of enjoyable. I sort of have a similar thing. It's not with reading, it's with music. I like music that I can imagine scenes to, where I can imagine just stuff going on. I'm a very visual sort of person in how I enjoy music, which is probably a very weird thing to say, and I'm not sure if anyone else out there is like that at all. And I guess I tend to like music that has a very, maybe it's because I played games so much growing up, where I associate music with stuff going on screen, and typically it's the ability to pull me in via the music and make me imagine things as well as having that accompany stuff to reinforce it at the same time. Just a hypothesis, but still. It's not books, of course, but I have something vaguely similar to what I think Yuji's getting at. With adequate imagination, you can go anywhere and become anyone. For example, I can become Yuji for a short time. Immersing yourself in that illusionary freedom can make for a nice change of pace from reality. Not to say I read purely for such practical reasons.
もうこの本の虫どもがもっと動いていこうよ。いや、ユージは動いてるか。よし、ならよし。で、ユミコは運動してんの？
Wait, what do you want?
ある程度はしてるわよ。松島さんに心配してもらわなくても大丈夫な程度にね。
To be honest, Michiru, I'm under the impression that you exercise less than anyone else in this room. Even Amane puts some effort in keeping up that figure, you know?
わっかねー。私はね、もうすっごい運動できますからね。別にいいのよしなくて。わかる？
You said something so stupid, you made me not be able to hold in my cough. Damn it. Damn it.
わっかねー。私はね、もうすっごい運動できますからね。別にいいのよしなくて。わかる？
いつもそう言うけど、実際にその運動能力が発揮されたのを見たことがないけど。
もしかしてあんた疑ってるっていうの？仕方ないわね。じゃあどこからでも攻撃してきなさい。
Before Michiru can even finish her
全
sentence.
てよけ。
Before Michiru can even finish her sentence, and I let it carry on into this, Sakaki thrusts out an arm with no wind-up. Her empty fist, clenched as if holding an imaginary box cutter, shocking, comes to an abrupt halt an inch before Michiru's face. Not half bad for an amateur. If she'd been trying to kill, there'd already be a blade stuck right in between Michiru's eyes. Well, that's game.
あらよ。
A good half second after the outcome settled, Michiru leans her upper body backwards a little. I don't think I've ever seen a backward sway quite this sluggish before. Does this girl have anemia or what?
どうユミコ？完全に避けたわよ。
Sometimes. I've seen better, to be honest. And to be even more honest, I don't think I've ever seen worse. A perfect failure, one might say. A fight hinges on your ability to formulate split-second tactics, but Michiru is too incompetent that she didn't even recognize the danger she was in. Such utter obliviousness is almost charming. Sorry, but I think this match is settled. A bit of a stretch to even call it a match.
でしょ？顔にパンチが当たる直前に避けるこの判断力、そして恐るべきスピード。私ってば今日も完璧だわ。
The girl doesn't even seem to realize that Sakaki was taking it easy on her. I think she may need to learn her place. Sakaki, let's try that again, and this time don't stop. I authorize you to hit her.
だけど、今の見てたでしょ？
She needs to learn at some point. She really does need to learn at some point. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm saying this.
そう。
ふふふ。いつでも来なさいよね。私があだは。
Michiru probably doesn't even know what hit her. She closed her eyes reflexively at the sharp jab of pain in her forehead, and before they opened again, Sakaki had already brought her arm back to its previous position. From Michiru's perspective, there's no evidence that Sakaki even moved. The bottle blonde stares uncomprehendingly at her foe, trying to understand how she was attacked. Okay. A splendid poke to the forehead.
なんか動画使った？電気的な機械のようなもの。
I mean, do you seriously believe in your delusions? I mean, I get it's an act, but do you seriously buy into them?
いいえ、そんなものは持っていないわ。
じゃあ叩いたの？いつ？もう一回やってみて。だってユミコズルしたでしょ。あれ、なんか腹水出た。
Why? Give it up before you get a concussion. I don't need you getting KO'd by flicks to the head.
これは素手による攻撃とかじゃなくて、鼻水が出る呪い的なものをかけただけよ。だって
もう帰っていいかしら。
ふふふふ、自分の負けを認めたわね。ユミコ、やば
何ですって。
あ、榊さんすみません。負けました。ははは、どうもー。来た。もう去った。
If you're gonna start bragging, I'm gonna flick you to the forehead. Yeah, that she is.
どりゃー。インチキしたくせに。ペッペ。私負けてないからね。
Can I roll my eyes more?
ユージ、ユミコってばインチキしてたよね。
No. Well, let's see. She was pulling her punches pretty severely, so you could hardly call that a legitimate competition. Cheating in the broadest sense of the word, I suppose.
でしょー。ねえ、インチキだよね。すっげえな。今度後ろから襲ってやるじゃん。
Is that your idea of playing fair?
目には目を、埴輪がワオでしょ。はあ、ちょっと今のは私おどけすぎたわね。
Oh, you're awake. Oh, take it down a notch, why don't you? No need to try so hard.
普通だわよ。無理なんてしてません。プンスカドン。
Punskadan. Punskadan, eh? Something like a mastodon, perhaps? In that case, would the Punska in question be some famous paleontologist?
そんなわけないでしょ。
Well, it's possible. Oh, if it isn't Amane. Weren't you listening in? I was just trying a little comedy of my own.
わかってるわよ。何が九段のプンスかよ。ユージってたまにそういう変な面を見せるわよね。いろいろな意味でドキッとする。
I'm funny, damn it. That's not a compliment, is it? Ah, I get the message.
けなしてもいないけどさ。それにしてもミチルは相変わらずね。元気というかバカというか。
Is she still here? I feel like she didn't leave. True, that's just the way she... Thinking back on this.
キスはしたことある。
Okay.
あれ？ユージどうかしたの？
All of a sudden, I recall my recent kiss with Michiru. So abrupt, and she seems so unconcerned about it after the fact that I almost believed the whole thing was just a dream.
ねえユージ、おーい、聞こえてますか？もしもーし。
But I'm honestly less interested in the kiss itself than the other Michiru that delivered it. The Michiru I spoke with on the high ridge wasn't the Michiru I know. That wasn't just an unusual mood or something. She was acting like an entirely different person.
ユージくんってばー、おーい。
But since then, Michiru has been the same as always. I doubt anything will come from pursuing it.
おーい、おーい。ザ、近寄りがたい人。
Don't you dare. What's wrong?
どうした？こっちのセリフでしょ？急に黙り込んだりして。
Oh, just thinking about something.
ほうほう。もしかしてミチルちゃんのことが気になるのかな？
Yeah, I guess. A little.
そうなんだ。
With those changes in expression.
スクワット。 ツンデレキング、ミチル三の城で呼んだ？
No. No, we did not.
私だって呼んでないんだからね。
We are all aware of that. Yes, I know. And you don't need to get combative over every little thing.
張り合ってません。どこが張り合ってるっていうのさ。それでしょ、張り合ってるって。ねえねえ、ユージがミチルのこと気になるんだってさ。え、気になる？何よ、ユージミチルの何なのさ。
Don't worry about it. I did say something to that effect, but it's not anything worth getting worked up about.
でもそれ気になるもん。教えなさいよね。ビシッ。
Kapow. Okay. Bye.
ちょっと。
Deciding it was best to withdraw before the situation takes a turn for the troublesome, I quickly leave the classroom behind.
ってちょっと待ちなさいよね。あんた一 当に言いたいことがあるならはっきり言えばいいじゃない。
That statement is made under the assumption that I have something to say. I have nothing to say. The end.
ちょっと
Seems like the troublesome ship has already sailed. Fuck. Sheer carelessness on my part. Women are, as a general rule, natural-born gossipers. I should have given Amane anything to. I should not have given Amane anything to work with.
あんた歩くのは
Quite the athlete, eh? Alright. I doubt she'd chase me this far.
あんたなんでそんなに逃げるのよ。そうでしょ。
Am I really running? You didn't have to follow me, you know?
だって気になるじゃない。あんた私に何かありそうだし。
Oh. Well, if she's this determined, running around to escape would be troublesome in its own right. Suppose I could try being honest. For the moment, I look into Michiru's face and carefully observe her expression, looking for anything suggestive of the other girl's presence.
何ですか？
But my friend from the ridge seems to be out of the house at present. This right here definitely is the normal Michiru.
何よ。言いたいことがあれば言いなさいよね。
She ineptly attempts a harsh-toned bluff, counterproductively drawing attention to the fundamental weakness of spirit she's trying to hide. And she clearly doesn't even realize I've seen through her. Textbook Michiru.
あんたね、女の子の顔をジロジロ見るのは明確なルール違反よ。
No, I'm violating.
条約第6条にも引っかかるわよ。
No, I'm violating Article 5. Please concisely explain what the Geneva. Please precisely explain what the Geneva Convention is.
それはこれでしょ。そのジュネーブさんが考えた貴重な動物が絶滅しないように輸入などを制限するやつでしょ。
You don't even know what the Geneva Convention is. That's not very good.
6条が亀についてでしょ。
And how are you a turtle? I think you're talking about the Washington Convention. Either way, what exactly does your face have to do with the international trade of endangered tortoises?
うるさいわね。そもそもね、なんで見てるのよ。私の顔に何かついてるってな。
Come to think of it, I've been focusing exclusively on the girl's expression and tone of her voice. Might have overlooked some revealing physical change. Shifting my focus, I've resumed my scrupulous observation of Michiru's face.
なぜ黙ったし。
Even as I lean into extremely short range, Michiru makes no effort to flee. Probably her stubborn pride as a tsundere at work. True, the girl's breathing a little roughly through her nose, and her eyes are darting around frantically, but by Michiru's standards, she's managed to keep it together. I see. Is there something on your face? I'm William Shatner now, and I will talk like Star Trek Captain Kirk, I think that was his name. Yes, possibly. In ways and stuff, and we shall
チェックしろって意味ではないわよ。
speak further on this topic. Michiru is the same as always. However, I made a discovery that seems to have of some potential interest. Kind-hearted individual that I am. Nope, let's not do this. Kind-hearted individual that I am. I decided to share my finding with the girl, and I probably should have stopped it when I said I was stopping. Alright, my observations are complete. There's nothing on your face. Your skin is clean, smooth, and youthful, as one might expect of a teenage girl. I didn't detect dirt, aggressive bits of food, or any other blemishes of external origin. There is, of course, a possibility you're infested with face mites, but that's impossible to determine with the naked eye.
何よその言い方。そうでしょ。何もないのよ。私ちゃんと毎日顔洗ってるし。
Okay. However, you do have a bit of a mustache. Calm yourself. It's only a little bit of peach fuzz. Stands out a bit at very close range. In any case, there's no truth to the old wives' tale about shaving to make it grow back heavier. So deal with it as you wish.
あんたね、そういうのは女の子には直接言わないものなのよ。
You're the one who asked if there's something on your face. I just answered the question.
うっさいわね。そもそもね、産毛は産なんだから、あんな見ちゃいけないのよ。
Sure, let's have everyone come down here.
どうするつもりよ。
Let's have everyone come down here, look at your upper lip, and ask them, do I have peach fuzz at the moment? I'm sure you'll be excited by the answer. Don't let it get to you. Nobody's going to laugh at a young woman just because she has a little hair under her nose. Well, unless you're in middle school or some shit. Even if you drink a big glass of milk and end up with a bright white mustache, I'll wipe it clean for you like any halfway decent person would. Only a grade schooler would mock you for something like that. Or a middle schooler. The middle school is the age when people understand how to socially torture people but don't have the empathy to hold back.
気にしなくていいって言っても気になるわ。そんなこと言われたの生まれて初めてだもん。絶対いつか復讐してやる。背後から襲ってやる。
I was trying to be considerate, but it seems I've somehow managed to earn Michiru's enmity. And as always, cross-gender diplomacy can be neatly summarized with the phrase, pain in the ass. No reason to work yourself into a frenzy. I wasn't trying to tease you, alright? I had a reason for observing you.
何よ。理由って何なのよ。聞いてあげるから言いなさいよ。
What do you think it is? I'm curious. I don't mind, but I doubt you'd be of much help. Can't say I really understand the situation that well myself.
何？あんた何言ってんのかよくわかんないんだけど。
Obviously, I'm talking about in vague terms. That's so. Well, I'm equally baffled by you, Michiru. I've come to think of you as something of a mysterious woman.
そんな風に言わなくても。まあまあ、おしゃまはいいから早く本題に入っていいのよ。
Oh god. Batter, you seem to be misunderstanding something here. Anyway, long story short, I don't understand what you did to me. It seemed completely unlike you.
何？今までの私からはってどういうこと？ちょっと気になるじゃない。ちゃんとわかるように言いなさいよ。
Michiru draws closer, visibly unsettled by my choice of words. I wasn't trying to imply anything in particular, but maybe I hit a sore spot. I don't know if spelling it out is going to make it any less incomprehensible, but I'm talking about what you did to me the other day.
先日ユージにしたこと？
So you don't remember?
私になんかした？
So you don't remember? Kind of suspected as much.
何よ？覚えてるもん。しました、はいはい、確かにね、しましたよね。
You are so...
で、何を？
You are so easily provoked. Well, we went to first base, so to speak. You insisted.
接吻？してないわよ。ねえ、なんでそんなお侍さんみたいなことするの？私が何の目的で？どういうこと？
Can I ask you to do... Can I ask you to ask someone else about what first base means? I just want to see your reaction. I want to see someone else try to explain it to you. I think she's probably taking first base a little too literally, but I'd feel so ridiculous actually explaining the metaphor that I decided to let her figure it out herself. How would I know why? You're the one who started the whole thing, not me.
接吻か。したのかな？いや、してないよな。
Oh no.
わかんない。どんな風にやったの？ちょっと再現してみせて。
Oh no. Look, you're really going to regret this. Listen carefully. When I say first base, I mean...
私のことバカにするんでしょ。10分ぐらい知ってるわよ。ぐさ。ちょっとね、いくらなんでも知ってますよ。それぐらい。テレビジョンで見たことありますよ。
Is Yuuji using actual... Is he actually saying first base? Or is he using some equivalent in Japanese? Because I guess at the same time, if he's using like the English term first base, I don't know if that's used at all in Japan. I don't think you do, Michiru. Look, it's a metaphor.
黙ってだからね、そうやって細かい間違いを指摘しないの。大体合ってればいいんだから。
Don't make
80%
fun.
ぐらい合ってるでしょ。
Don't make that pun.
だったらそれでいいの。
No ballparks were involved. You're not even the right time zone.
そんなわけないでしょうが。ちょっとやってみなさいよ。どこが違うか私が見てあげるから。
I can tell where this is going. You want me to show you first base, like we did the other day? I really don't.
いいからいいから。よいよ。いいからほらやってみなさい。私がユージにやったというその接吻とやろう。
Alright then, if you insist, I'll give you a little demonstration. Clearing my throat, I approach Michiru.
ふむふむ、再現してもらおうじゃないか。ちょっと近すぎじゃない？なんで接吻するのにそんなに近づくの？
We can't do that from a distance, you know? That's sort of how it works.
ああ、そうよね。何しろ接吻だものね。それで私がどうしたって？
This? Holding Michiru's chin steady between my thumb and index finger, I press my lips against hers, and it's the same kind of abrupt kiss that she gave me the other day. I don't think there was any tongue involved back then, so I keep things simple. Michiru stares at me from point-blank range, an expression of blank incomprehension on her face. This isn't really a romantic thing, so I keep my eyes open as well. Maybe it would have been better manners to shut them? Well, whatever. Hardly matters. After a moment, I slowly pull back. Our lips cling together for a brief, reluctant moment, then part with a small smack. So ends our second visit to first base. There you go. First base. This is what you did to me the other day. I don't understand why that happens, and I'm getting the idea you don't either, right? Allow me to explain after the fact. First base is a common metaphor for kissing. Baseball has nothing to do with it. Any questions? Go ahead then. No questions after all? Alright then. Dismiss. Return to your post. I'm not sure myself what made her what her post is supposed to be, but I guess that's a wrap for the moment. Wait, what? Oh my goodness. This is about Michiru, I assume. Don't worry about it. Just your everyday case of temporary insanity. Maybe, possibly. Yeah, but it's nothing to get too... Maybe you should take her back to her room. I didn't think she'd be this badly shocked. I feel a little bad.
Kazami-san, Michiru-samaに悪いことしたんですか?
Must I not?
悪いことはいけないと思います。万引きですか? 万引きをなさったんですか?
How would I
万引きは悪いことです。
How would I shoplift from Michiru? Does she have a store? Well, no. She's the one who asked me to do it. So this is ultimately her fault.
万引きをですか? Michiru-samaは悪いですね。
Listen to what I'm saying. Shoplifting was not involved.
では何を?
A little visit to first base.
接吻? 接吻とはキスのことでしょうか? Michiru-samaがそれを望まれたんですか?
No, but she did ask me to do it.
なかなか難しいお話ですね。少し理解するのに時間がかかりそうです。
Do you really need to understand? I imagine so. I don't understand it myself, currently.
風見さんが理解できないなら私には到底無理そうです。はい。
How nice of you. Okay then, see you later, I guess.
はい。みちる様がこぼした水を拭き取ってまいります。
Judging from that reaction, Michiru doesn't really have much of a romantic experience, there's a good chance that was that girl's second first kiss. Considering her age, it'd be a little on the late side, but everyone in this school has their circumstances. Probably doesn't make much sense to measure them against typical standards.
みちる様がまた同じバケツでしっかりなさってください。
Zachi, move the buckets! Just move the buckets! Seems there's a possibility I've traumatized Michiru. Guess the girl might have actually been a bit of a sheltered princess. Oh, hey, you alright? I didn't pick up on this earlier, but maybe you're imitating a sports car engine? Maybe one of the prancing horses? Ignoring my attempt at lightening the mood, Michiru silently retrieves her canister of ramen candies from the shark pouch around her waist, then pours a huge pile into her palm. Hey, that seems like a little much. Interesting. It's like you're eating sand. You alright there, Michiru? Michiru abruptly sprays great gobs of half-chewed candy, vaguely resembling rotten chunks of tofu, out of her mouth. Did no one ever teach this girl to value her food? Michiru, my friend, it seems you ate too much at once. Oh god.
みちる様、これで顔を拭いてください。雑巾です。
Did she not want to get kissed by me that much?
ありがとう。ふきふき、ぐすぐす。さよ、気持ち悪いよ。
What? I would imagine so. Why don't you take it easy for a while? Sachi, I'll leave the rest to you.
はい、かしこまりました。では行きますよ、みちる様。はい、雑巾。ありがとう。うえ、さよ。
My goodness. And so, Michiru and I learned a valuable lesson about the dangers of overeating. Not that either of us were particularly happy about it. Okay. Have you ever made an irreparable mistake? You know, done something that can't be undone? It doesn't have to be anything particularly dramatic. Maybe you hit a line drive into the neighbor's window as a kid? Good enough. Remember that crushing moment of dread? A sense of hopelessness? I don't think I'm ever going to feel that way again. It's not that I don't make mistakes, I've simply come to realize that every problem has its solution. When you break someone's window, you just apologize. If that's not enough, you compensate them for the damage. Either way, if you're tactful enough to send over a box of pastries and an apologetic note afterwards, there probably won't be any hard feelings. Even if you happen to run into someone who isn't so easily placated, there are countless alternative ways of resolving the situation. Sure, these things end up costing you a little in the short term, but if you handle them properly, there won't be any lasting repercussions. Once you get the knack of solving problems, you'll find yourself anticipating them ahead of time. So the door you need open is fastened shut with torque screws. Hardly anything to panic over, just twist it out with your wrench. Plan a few moves ahead and you'll have a lot less stress in general. Not nearly as hard as it sounds, just take a little experience. On the downside, once you have the insight necessary to predict the future, you'll never be able to watch the Rube Goldberg machine in an instant amazement again. But on the whole, I find that as an acceptable trade-off. Not to say I have all the answers. Every once in a while, I do find myself at a loss for a coping strategy. More often than not, this is a direct result of the interaction of those highly unpredictable variables known as woman. Given it has continued along with the Michiru stuff, I'm guessing I'm on her route. And that changed quickly into something else entirely. Okay, weird. The beginning of summer vacation brings a slightly different atmosphere to Mihama Academy campus. Our residents may not be the most uniformly diligent students in the world, but I suppose attending classes is still a bit stressful. With the burdens of academic expectations temporarily lifted, everyone seems noticeably more relaxed. Unfortunately, there's a but here, a problem I never saw coming. Not to make this sound more dramatic than it is, it's not like a butterfly flapped its wings in Brazil and launched a tornado in my direction. No, it's a much simpler situation, much simpler. But, unfortunately, no less of a pain in the ass. I'm lounging around on the lobby sofa one morning when Sakaki walks up and clears her throat, like, or something like that. Seems as though the time finally come. I turn to face her, carefully establishing steady eye contact.
風見くん、あなたに一つ確認しておきたいことがあるんだけど。
Would you? Yes. Not a problem. Ask whatever you want.
少しだけ言いにくいことなんだけど。い
Shocking.
いかしら。
Judging from Sakaki's uncharacteristic hesitation, this is actually significantly more awkward for her than it is for me. After running a hand through her hair several times, she finally manages to move on.
夏休みに入る前に何かしなかった？
Do something. Do something. Could you be more specific? I'm always doing something. Breathing, digesting food, performing basic metabolic functions. But somehow, I don't think that's what you want to know.
そう。あなたも自分で分かってるはずよ。
I think I might. Maybe, but I can't provide an accurate answer without knowing exactly what you're getting at.
それならはっきり言うけど、松島さんのことで確認したいことがあるの。
Thought as much. Honestly, I'm surprised it took this long for one of the others to say something. Ever since that day, Michiru's been acting very strangely around me.
何かしたの？してないならあんなことにはならないわよね。
For her, I could imagine it coming out of nowhere. I suppose. Yeah, you could say I did something to her.
それが何かは教えてはくれないの？
I don't mind telling you, but I'd recommend not, launching any silly investigations. It's not going to help anyone.
分かってる。私だって必要以上に嗅ぎ回るつもりはない。逆の立場だったら不愉快だろうし。ただ、何があったのかを
You kissed.
知りたかったの。何があっても驚かん。
Sakaki's tense expression instantly crumbles. Guess she wasn't quite prepared for anything after all. Her mouth hangs open like a nutcracker with a huge broken hinge. What's with that face? You're putting your beauty to waste. Better be careful or you might get auctioned off as a lesser work of Munch.
いや、その、なんて。
I kissed Michiru. For a certain period of time, our mucous membranes came into contact. You know what a kiss is, I assume.
キス？なんでキスなの？あなたたち付き合ってるの？
Talk about old-fashioned. It's just a kiss, right? Do a man and woman need to be in a relationship to mash their lips together when the whim strikes them? Or maybe you're going to start marching in outlaw premarital sex rallies now. No doubt blushing daintily all the way. If you're in a need for a placard to express your virginal ideals, you can grab that sign from campus gardens. It's already got, please don't pick the flowers printed on the front, so you won't even need to alter it.
ふざけないで。なんでそんなことしたのって聞いてるの。
Settle down, Sakaki. There was no sugary sweet developments of the sort you're imagining. It was just a reflex test, kind of experiment almost. Nothing to get yourself worried about.
反射？キスの実験？そんなことってある？
Maybe it's hard to believe, but sometimes a kiss doesn't mean anything on an emotional level.
私が口を出す問題ではないと思うけど。一応忠告しておくわ。あなたは感情が伴っていないと思ってるかもしれないけど、松島さんはそうじゃないかもしれないわよ。
Very true. I'll take that under advisement.
ちゃんと責任取った方がいいと思うけどね。
With those words, Sakaki leaves the lobby behind, shaking her head in bemusement. Again, with his responsibility business, Amane said something similar not too long ago. Come to think of it, seems men are expected to take responsibility for quite a wide range of things these days. Hell, if one of these girls caught me throwing a chewed-up piece of gum in the garbage can, I'd probably become public enemy number 1. I'll have to practice letting my candy down gently to avoid some general condemnation. My goodness, Yuuji. Sorry for tossing you aside like that, but our relationship was never meant to last. Don't think badly of me. Frozen, ample, mints. No matter how much time we spend together, it's all bland and flavorless now. Those sweet early days will never return.
お兄ちゃんがおかしくなったのよさ。噛んだガムと会話してる。これはかなり来ちゃってる気がするのよ。あわわ。
You should also talk to the chewed up piece of gum. It wants to say bye. That you can't be friends anymore. It's unfortunate, but it would be just too stressful to be able to see each other anymore. Didn't notice you there, Machina. Do me a favor and forget he saw that, alright? I was just amusing myself. There wasn't even any gum in there. Just a little joke, you understand?
ああ、冗談か。冗談な。私も好きだぞ。あれだろ、ガムはガムみたいなやつな。
I suppose. Machina, my friends, are you aware that effective punnery involves more than randomly mashing together words that sound alike?
知らない。でも面白いのよ。ガムはガム。
It's not funny, though. Try repeating it 1,000 times. Maybe I'll be able to crack a smile.
はい。何を1000回聞けばよろしいのですか？
ガムはガム。
1回。
Oh no.
ガムはガム。
Oh no.
2回。
Oh no.
ガムはが飽きた。
Yay!
もう？マキちゃん、あと998回残ってるけど。
サッチンに任したのよさ。
No, don't you dare.
じゃあ続けておくね。ガムはガム。ガムはガム。
ところでお兄ちゃん、チルチル見なかった？さっきこの辺りにいたんだけど。
Was she? Michiru. Don't know. Why don't you try calling for her and see if she comes running?
チルチルー！チルチルー！ふん、あんたに呼ばれたから来たわけじゃ。
It works. It works!
ないんだから。
Hey, Micha. Michiru's opening words are delivered with the usual powerful tsundere spirits, but after noticing me, her tone rapidly slides down the scale into timid. By the end of the sentence, her voice is only barely audible.
みちる様、どうされたんですか？体調が悪いのですか？ガムは。
ガムはガムに決まってるじゃない。それに私は元気よ。何の問題もないわ。シャキーン。それはよかったのよさ。ねえねえチルチル、新ギャグ考えた。パインがパインパイン。どうなのよさ。パインパイン。
Oh no.
あんたのダジャレなんて面白くないんだからね。でも後でちょっと笑ってあげてもいいのよ。
Machina doesn't seem to understand the concept of a pun particularly well.
あ、うん、
Oh
そうですね。
Oh god, how long has it been? How long has it been? I should check when the actual dates were.
ガムはガム。ガム。
何よ、文句でもあるっていうの。
Gums in my gum.
どうもお兄ちゃんに対するチルチルの態度が変なような気がするのよさ。
You think?
はあ、そんなわけないでしょ。私はいつもこんな調子で楽しくやらせてもらってるでございますけども。
You're like, just like what exactly?
あ、はい。そんな調子です。
Oh boy.
はい。今日のチルチル、やっぱり変なのよ。そうかな、そんなことないと思うけど。
You don't feel yourself being... Oh my. Seems pretty obvious that my presence is posing an obstacle to smooth communication. Deciding it is best for me to withdraw for the moment, I silently rise from the couch.
あれ、お兄ちゃんどこか行くの？
My presence seems to be bothering Michiru. I thought I'd give you guys some space.
はあ、バカじゃないの。あんたなんて全然気にしてないから、そんなことしなくていい。いいわよ。
You sure about that?
あ、はい。本当です。
This is how it's been lately. Not to say the obvious, but ever since that second kiss, Michiru's been acting strangely self-conscious around me. Might sound vaguely romantic, but it's more like she's keeping a wary distance.
とにかくうじ、あんたね、どっか行かなくていいわよ。そこにいなさい、待機。
I see. Alright then.
それとサッチはガムガムうるさい。黙りなさい。
Gums in my gum.
ガムが、はい。そうよ、そうしてね。それじゃあ。
Okay. Michiru walks off stiffly swinging her left arm in unison with her left leg, her right arm with her right leg. Objectively speaking, the girl seems to be 2 steps away from downright panic attack. Wonder how our younger friends are taking this.
みちる様、何かあったのかな？飛脚の真似かな？
Probably not.
したのマキちゃん。
かっこいい。何あれ、すんげえ斬新な歩き方なのよさ。サッチン、真似するよ。
Apparently, I was really worried about it for no reason.
真似？わかった。
じゃあ左手と左足から。歩く時も止まる時も左足からは基本なのよさ。
マキちゃん、これ歩きにくいね。
見た目がかっこいいからそれぐらい我慢するのよさ。
Just don't tell her to walk like that forever.
サッチン、その歩き方すっごいサイボーグっぽい動きなのよ。
そうかな。我々は
それは宇宙人なのよさ。
ああ、そっか。難しいね、サイボーグって。私この世で一番サイボーグとかけ離れた存在だから。
True.
なあサッチン、今思ったんだけど、湯豆腐とサイボーグって親戚？
What now?
それは血縁関係があるかってこと？調べてみないとわからないな。
じゃあ高野豆腐とミートボールは？
きっと両方食べ物。
ああ、そっか、食べ物な。食べ物好き、食べられるから。
And Makina always returns the food.
じゃあミートボールとトーク上手は？
上手？もしかしてそれサメの話？
サメの話なんてしてないのよさ。どうし
なんでもない。
Seems like I didn't need to worry on that front. Makina is completely distracted by that avant-garde way of walking. And as usual, Sachi was roped into playing along. These two don't seem particularly concerned about Michiru's behavior, but there's a certain busybody who probably won't take such a carefree attitude. Hi. 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 What's up, Amane? I'm just getting the sense you might have something you want to say to me.
その通り。どうしたじゃないわよ。自分でも分かってるくせに。ミチルの様子がおかしいの。ユージが原因らしいじゃない。
Really? What gave you that impression? Suppose I can't deny that, but there's not much I can do about it.
そんなことない。ユージが何かしたんなら自分で責任取りなさい。それが男ってものでしょ。
What does that even mean? Lord, again with the responsibility.
だって明らかにミチルの様子は変よ。喧嘩したなら仲直り。そうじゃなくても仲直り。分かった？どうせ二人とも意地っ張りなんだから男の子のユージが先に謝りなさい。
Fine. At this rate, my tranquil school days seem likely to take an unpleasant turn for the tense. I suppose I'll have to take your considerate advice.
もう皮肉言ってないで早く行ってきなさい。ミチルは部屋にいると思うから。
Understood. Rest assured, I'll resolve this post-haste. Oh, so I said, but how exactly am I supposed to approach this? The problem's entirely on Michiru's end right now. Somehow or other, I need to get this girl to relax a little. Take care of it, huh? Easy for her to say, but I guess I have to try at this point. Thinking it over isn't going to get me anywhere. Deciding to play things by ear, I head straight for Michiru's room. Michiru, I'd like a word.
何でしょうか。あ、どうしたのよその顔は。
Not sure I follow. I think I have a pretty normal look on my face at the moment. It's something out of the ordinary.
なんの問題もないわよ。逆になんで何の問題もない普通の顔してるのよ。
Why can't I? Am I not allowed to have a normal expression now? That sounds like a nuisance.
とにかくね、ちょっとその変な感じになるからあんまり近くに来ないで。
Oh god, do we have a school physician yet to explain this to her? I don't really want to be the one. Oh my goodness. Do you want me to back off then? That's far enough?
もうちょっと遠くで。
This far enough?
もうちょっと遠く。
I'm on a different floor now. This far enough!
あと一歩。
And so I ended up all the way out here.
ねえ、何してるの？
I could ask you the same. Just playing around. Paid me no mind.
さ
それならいいけど。
Incidentally, Chizuru, when do you think a man needs to take responsibility?
ちょっと風見くん、まさかうちの子に何かしたわけじゃないわよね。
That I did. However, it didn't involve... Oh god, we're going right there. However, it did not involve impregnating them.
なるほど。だったら若いんだし、あとは全部自己責任じゃない？いちいち男の子が責任取ってたら世の中歩きにくいでしょ。
Okay.
土下座姿の男で道路がいっぱいになっちゃうものね。
Okay. An interesting argument.
そんなものでしょ。喧嘩両成敗じゃないけどさ、男女の問題においては責任はどっちにもあるのよ。そう思わないとやってられないしね。
You don't say. Are you saying this from experience, maybe? That one seems to have worries of her own. Well, let's see. What's my next move? In the end, I make the bold and resolute decision to read a book until the heat dies down a bit. Very, very bold. At times like these, one might get the impression that I spent every waking moment of the day I possibly can reading. But for the record, I'm not as severe a bookworm as Michiru seems to think. To be sure, I spend an unusually high proportion of my time with books, but I also exercise, listen to music, watch movies like anyone else. Might be a little hard to believe, but I particularly enjoy the radio. Listening to Rossini through a veil of static, resistant to even the most careful dial twiddling adds a resonance that you won't find anywhere else. I seem to have made a good move. Unexpectedly, this time Michiru is the one who approaches me. What's wrong? You want me to take responsibility as well?
責任？いや、そうじゃなくてね。なんだろうね。なんだね。
She drives. Oh my goodness. She takes forever to say things. Sometimes. First she drives me off, now she's following me around. I really wish the girl would just make up her mind. I just want to wrap up this whole mess and get things back to normal ASAP.
ねえ、あんたが悪いんだからね。
Yeah. Sorry about that.
何それ？どういうこと？
You're talking about what happened the other day, right? That was my bad. Forget it.
忘れるってどういうことよ？
Forget it means forget it. I'd appreciate if you could wipe the whole incident from your memory. That said, I do understand that it's probably going to be a little difficult to pull off that right now.
そうよ。そうに決まってるじゃない。
In that case, just act like you don't remember. We'll pretend it never happened. That should keep the others from squawking at us at the very least. I think life would be simpler and easier that way for both of us. What do you say? You're not happy with that? Something wrong?
はい、わかったわよ。あんたのことなんて知らないんだからね。本当に知らないんだからね。
So basically, it sounds like she was reading more into it than she should have. Back to the normal tsundere. Glad to see you've cheered up.
あんたバカ。これ疑問形じゃなくて言い切りよ。あんたバカ。
Yes, I am. Don't get all worked up. Somebody might come over to see what's going on if you keep shrieking like that. May probably misinterpret your reddened eyes as evidence that I've upset you in some way. Oh wait, what if I upset her? Oh no.
赤くなんてしてないでしょ。
They are, actually. Go look in the mirror.
赤くなんてないもん。バカ。
ずいぶんと大きな声が聞こえてきてますが、大丈夫でしょうか？
Yeah, no problems. You can go back now.
はい、戻ります。
Well, that's that. Glad we've cleared everything up now.
わかりましたよ。そうしますよーだ。
Nice work, Kazami Yuuji. Problem resolved. Definitely. This is definitely never going to come up again. And so the curtains drew on this problem play. My peaceful school life was salvaged from its moment of peril. Of course. Or so I'd like to say, but that's not how it turned out. All's well that ends well, yes, but my problems hadn't yet run their course. If anything, We're only getting started. Oh boy. Well, this is a good sign. Let's end it there for today. Okay, I'm pretty confident I'm probably on Mitch's route, so good old Mitcher. I think I've probably voiced most of my speculation on in regards to whatever her situation is. Obviously, she's reading way too much into it at the moment, especially from Yuuji's perspective, and he's being a bit dense in that regard. I mean, he could probably guess if he really wanted to, but he seems more interested in getting his simple, predictable life back than having any sort of change like she might be, or to go out on a limb and think that she might be considering that too. Okay, well, that's all I got. See y'all next time. Drive safely, everyone.